Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you if you're a returning subscriber and welcome if you're new. My name is Kerry and this is my journey as a family of 4. Just trying to save as much as we can and planning for things that we've got in the future. So if you'd like to see how I budget, follow this video because this is my budget with me for December. So I'm going to get started. Now before I get started, I would just like to say that I'm actually getting a bit extra this month because I'm on full pay now because I'm back to work after a long kind of like 3 months being SMP payments only. And also Ryan and I were kind of like in a similar job and we've recently been given a pay rise and it's been backdated back to April, so we have got a little bit of extra money to cash stuff, which is amazing, especially after a good few months of being kind of like, I don't want to say skint, but trying to budget with less money than what we're used to, I would say. But it's been fine. It's been totally fine. We've not been stressed with thanks to cash stuff in any way. And we've still managed to save for like Christmas and stuff. And yeah, but we'll get right into it and I will show you my bills first because there's a couple of changes within my bills. I can't get the tab because it's the last one. Okie dokie. So this is what my calendar's looking like. I've got quite a few things on. So I've got my nails and lashes on the 15th. I've got my hair on the 17th. I've got a night out on the 17th. I've got my night out on the 10th. We've got Santa. We've also got Santa another day because this is breakfast with the Grinch rather than Santa. And then... oh, I've got my Christmas dinner is actually landing on Boxing Day because somebody in my family is working. My mum's working on Christmas Day. So we're having like Christmas with my family on the 26th and having Christmas with Ryan's family on the 25th. So yeah, a few things going on. Right, to get to the bills then. So not an awful lot has changed. I've put wedding back to D100. Grace is getting £40 for her dancing, so that's usually about £24 for her actual lessons, and then the rest of the money is going into a pot just in case she needs anything for like her dance tickets or for clothing like kit, anything like that. Rings obviously coming out of my account. The gym is still £12, this is half price. Next month it will, in January, it will go back up to full price, so I'll deal with that when that comes. And that's about it, I think. So we'll get into the monthly budget now. Okie dokie. So as you can see from the bills, which I've just lost, I have popped it down here on the bottom that my bills out of my account are coming to 731 and the joint account is 806. So in total it's 1537. 37. Okay. So I've kind of rounded down and up just to make it simpler for the numbers because I like simplicity. I don't really like when it's pointing. Yeah. So for my account, I'm actually getting 1,100. Now, no, 1,150, sorry. I actually do think I've been not paid quite enough. I think it's meant to have a couple of £100 onto this due to the back date. But because I was on maternity, I think it's more complicated than that. So I'm going to have to phone them and see. Ryan is actually getting 2,000 and... no, sorry. 2,000. That's what his usual is. He's getting 3,000 and 150. Which is a crazy amount for us. Not our usual monthly amount, but obviously because of the backdated and all the extra shifts, that's what it's sitting at. So 1150 plus 3150 equals 4,300. We're going to minus them bills, which is 1537, and that's taken us to 2, 7, 6 and 3. So we've got 2,763 after bills to play with. Now, it is a 5-week month, so I'm going to have to put some extra into like the groceries and stuff. So £80 a week, and it's 5 weeks. So that's £400. So I'll do the basic necessities first, and then I'll go to the sinking funds. Household is going to get £25 for the month because that's £5 a week. Fuel, I'm going to put to 180. It's usually 160. But with that extra week, I'm just going to put an extra 20. Miscellaneous is going to be 25. Spending is going to be 50. Days out is going to be 50. Now, we're going to spend a lot more than £50, but I've actually got the Christmas Savings Challenge, which is going to cover the Christmas activities. So I'm not too concerned about that. And then Lucas is going to get 70. He got 80 last month, but he's I've still got nappies and I've still got formula, and he's not drinking as much formula, so that's okay. So we've got 2763 minus 400 minus 25 minus 180 minus 25 minus 100 for the two of them minus 70. Okie dokie, so that leaves us 1,963. Now, down here, I've already calculated what I need for the monthly challenges just because they are in here. So I've done it for week 12, then the last day, and then I've also accounted for 3 weeks on here. So the first day, week 1 and week 2, and that's going to be for December. Obviously starting that a wee bit earlier, but that's okay. So yeah, so we're going to minus the 50 and we're going to minus the 75. So that's 1838 left. Right, so next is going to be myself and Ryan. Now, we've got these challenges. I'm just going to put £20 in, even though it says 25, just because I kind of want to catch up on it. So I'll just kind of tick off a random one, and then I'm going to start this like next year after our birthdays have been, to make it easier, as long as we're getting something. So I'm going to do 20 for me and 20 for Ryan. That's 40. Now I'm going to do Grace and Lucas, so they're getting they're going to get £25 each, but I also want to complete their birthday challenges, which I'm only doing, as you can see, £10 for each of them. So I'm going to just put £70 for them. Next is self-care. I'm going to put 120 because I'm actually getting like quite a lot done this month. I don't usually put that much in per month. I usually put like £30. I only ever usually get my hair done, but I'm getting my nails done, my lashes and my eyebrows done, and also I've got a hair appointment, so £120 should cover that. And then I'm going to just pop over to here, and I'm going to pop some money into my 1 month ahead. I'm thinking 120. Usually it's only like £40 a month, so this is tripling that. £120, and then 25 into emergency, which is the minimum. Okay. Now, mortgage is going to get 10, and appliances is going to get 20. That's what I'm kind of putting in minimum now. Now, annuals is a new one. So my plan is for annuals that I've ordered some vinyl for these envelopes, and I'm going to be putting vinyl on these for like car insurance, car tax, etc. And I'm going to put £150 into annuals just to kind of give it a start. I've figured out how much everything needs, but I've not figured out when it needs to be in by. So I need to do that before I allocate it, but I'll at least put it in here, and then that way it's there. Right, next I'm going to do holiday. So holiday, I'm going to give 150, just because we've got that extra bit of money. What's next? Oh, time with friends. Time with friends, I would like to put 120 in as well. I think that's my favourite number today, clearly. Girls trip, I'm going to put 40 in. I usually put 30 in a month, but put 40 in. So we're all left with 973. Mum, I'll put 40 in as well, I think. My budget really is a guessing game, so I think my tip is, if you've got this many envelopes, I kind of start from my priorities and then work my way like back. So I do all my mains first, and then I'll do like the 1 month ahead emergency, car, and then I'll kind of go like and my people, and then I'll kind of go to clothing and gifts and health and pet care. And health, it is a priority, but at the same time, it's just, I mean, we get our prescriptions and that for free in Scotland, which is really lucky, and our eye tests are free as well, so it's just our glasses that we need to pay for. But I already pay my debit for my monthly subscriptions, and it's only really the dentist, but you get dentist health plans as well. So yeah, but that's what I do personally. Right, speaking of car, my goal for this is 1,000, so I'm going to put 100 in it. And then date night and eating out, I'm going to put £50 each. I've not got anything planned, but again, just in case. That's all them ones done, isn't it? Yeah. Wedding, I'm going to put £50 in. Home improvement and health, I'm going to put £50 in. I've not been able to do these one in a long time, but I just want to get it done. Pet's going to get 10 because he's needing stuff. School holidays isn't going to get anything because that gets the remainder of the days out. Costco, I'm going to give 50. Gifts and clothing, I'm going to give 50 each actually, just because I've got some money there. Yeah. I'm liking this because if you look, I'll show you in a second, but £20 for garden because that's already got £1,000 in it, but I just want to keep going with that kind of once a month. And then I'm going to put £400 to Christmas. Now, I have well under budgeted Christmas this year. Sorry, I had a mind block there. Yeah, I've totally under budgeted for Christmas. So my starting was 500, and then I put some more money into it, and then this is going to be the £400. Now, I really am not expecting to spend that whole £400, but my plan is that anything I have got left over, I'm going to be popping into this 1k binder from Iris Budgets, because this is going to be my savings for next Christmas, and because it's doubled what I have saved this year, that's going to hopefully be enough. And honestly, if I'm spending more than £1,000 at Christmas time, like, what am I doing? Because I really shouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't really buy for that many. I do, but I don't. But yeah, I'm trying to kind of go back on Christmas a wee bit. So for this year, I'll put the extra £400 just because we've been backdated that money. Very luckily on the last pay before Christmas. But next year, my goal is to hit the 1k for Christmas rather than £500. But yeah, I'm going to quickly add all this up just to make sure that I've not missed anything. So we've got 75, 50, 400, 150, 10, 20, 120, 25, 50, 100, 150, 20, 50, 10, 50, and then we've got 100, 200, 250, so 250, and then we've got 40, 120, 20, 70, 40, 120, 20, 70, 50, 50, 25, 180, 25, and 400. 4760. So we'll leave £3 as a buffer, which is fine because we've got our buffer from this month left over as well, so that's totally fine with me. So we've got 2, 7, 6. Oh, took me a minute to think there. Anywho, so I'm going to just quickly split this up into the weeks and I will be back to show you. Okie dokie, so this is what I've split up into the weeks. So I've got week 1, I'm going to do £1,235 stuffing. Week 2, 515. Week 3, 585. Week 4, 235, and then week 5, 190. With regards to this, just if anybody is new or thinking about cash stuffing, I just kind of like write everything down. It would take too long to do on camera, so I'm not going to do that. But then I kind of go through each category that I've got, see how much it is, and see whether I want to split it into 2 weeks. One reason you might want to do this is so you can prevent from overspending in the first week, or just, like for me, it's just to kind of see progress. I would rather do it a couple of times rather than once a month. So that's why I pick certain stuff like sinking funds for certain weeks. So for the first week, time with friends, self-care, days out, home, gifts, eating out, Christmas, that'll all get done with that week just because that's the ones I'm most likely to dip into every single week of that month. The ones that kind of are further down are like my girls trip, my car, health, clothing. They're the ones that I'm annuals that I'm probably not going to be dipping into from the start of the month. So yeah, that's how I split it up. It's totally random, to be honest. So right, let's get into writing what we're going to need once I find my purse from the bank. Now I'm going to use my new snazzy cash totals card that I got from the Budgeting Bear. It's honestly lovely, like I absolutely love it. Right, I wonder if I can get like a blank bit of paper. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right, let's see. So I'm going to need, I don't need any pencils, so I'm just going to go like this with that. Right, so £1 I'm needing 25. I mean, wait a minute, sorry guys, my my handwriting is awful when I don't do it like this. So £25. £5 I'm needing 27 of. which makes 135. My 10s are needing 28, which makes 280, and then 116 20s, and that's 2,320. So in total it's, I'm just going to double check it again, 2,320, 280, 135 and 25. Yep, 2,760. There we go. So we've got this from the Budgeting Bear. I will just go to the bank and hand this over to the teller and they will be able to get me my breakdown. And then once I've got that, I just split it into weeks 1 to 5, and here I have got all the way to week 5, so that's great. And then that's that. So if you've got any questions regarding like budgeting or my budget, if you need to be help with anything, then I've got an email below, or you can also contact me on Instagram. I'm no expert, but I do feel like I've kind of mastered my budget and how I like to do things. Everybody does them differently, so you really need to find out what works for you. But I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, please give it a like, subscribe, give me a wee comment, and I will get back to you, and I will speak to you all soon in my next video. Bye!